Hello everyone and welcome again to another Warframe video. So I just want to talk about one of the best nuking setups in the game right now. For those of you who haven't heard it yet, then go try out the Sampotes with either a slash setup for Garuda or a toxic lash Saren. This Duviri hammer is insane with the right setup and it scales really well with melee affliction. Basically the arcane will increase the number of status effect stacks when they're knocked down or flung by melee attacks. Now, you all know that a slam attack of a hammer can easily knock down or ragdoll enemies, allowing you to proc the arcane easily. The best part is, this hammer is very efficient in activating the bonus of this arcane, as it has its unique trait that makes slam attack do 8 explosions in a 40 meters line, and then it will also deal 4 explosive nuke attacks in a forward angle once you do a heavy slam attack. This build is catered to spamming the slam attack of the Sampotes, and with the addition of galvanized reflex, we can get 5 times combo multiplier, which will give us orange crit numbers in a normal build for this hammer. Not to mention that the additional combo count will also increase the overall damage of the hammer. In addition, Melee Elementalist works well for this synergy, as it deals more damage to either Toxin and Slash, which are the 2 main damage types that makes this hammer broken. Okay, let me show you a quick demo on how this build works. For Garuda, you will need to apply the slash proc from her ultimate ability first before doing the heavy slam attack from the hammer. This is one of the most broken Garuda combo in Warframe, as Digital Extremes did make several changes to Garuda to make her more deadly and tough in real mission. The best change was giving invulnerability while casting your 4th ability, and this makes it better with this hammer nuke combo, as you can safely inflict slash to targets, then slam and send all of them to hell. For this build, by the way, the gloom ability is not necessary, but I strongly recommend it for the survivability. Every time you case your ultimate ability, Gloom's Health Steal will take effect, and for energy economy, you can simply cast Bloodletting anytime, even if Gloom is active, and it will replenish your energy instantly. Aside from the galvanized reflex and melee elementalist that makes the hammer more deadly, the recent update bring about yet another nuking and survivability setup for this synergy in the form of the Q-Brows. The best part is, you can make it also a farming build, since you can equip retriever mods in your Q-Brows now to increase either your resource or credit gain, or both with the low retriever mod, but only with lower percentage chance. In addition, the status damage does trigger mecha empowered constantly, especially that we are using Garuda for slash and Saren for toxin, which we will talk about later. The Chesa Q-Brow can be a very useful companion for this synergy, as you can also mod for a mecha set combo, which will then spread the nuking capability of the hammer within 30 meters. Every time you kill an enemy with either slash or toxin, the mecha empowered mod is triggered, which will then trigger either an area of effect toxin or slash nuke. Sadly, I can't show it right now with Garuda, since I need to change Informa this build to put both mecha empowered and mecha pulse in this build. While it's not necessary, and you can always establish a shield gating setup with your Garuda while using brief respite and augur mod, mecha pulse does provide decent armor bonus to the Warframe, which makes it even tankier. In fact, you can combo shield gating and damage reduction on health here by simply adding augur mods in your Warframe, then in your secondary weapon, which grants you 120% of your energy spent converted to shield. Then the huge armor bonus coming from mecha pulse will then be added to your modded armor, and as well as when Arcane Guardian activates, giving you insane damage reduction on health, which can sometimes go up to 90% with this build. Before we proceed to the Saren build, I would also like to say that you can further optimize this build with an Archon shard setup. If you can, then you can put blue shards in your Garuda for the energy, so you can remove primed flow in your build and then add another mod that you think will be helpful for your playstyle. In my case, I'm planning to give this a full umbral setup with the umbral fiber to further increase the armor bonus, making the Mecha mod set even worth it for this synergy. For the Mecha mod setup, by the way, you will need to remove Augur Reach so you can place Mecha Pulse, or just place it in the Prime Flow slot if you think that Arcane Guardian, base armor, plus the buff from Mecha Pulse are already enough. Now let's talk about Saren. Between the two Warframes, I really think Saren is better for this hammer combo since her Toxic Lash is a buff and you don't need to cast it so you can apply it to enemies in the mission. Once you have Toxic Lash active, you then apply the Toxin element to your Sandpotes, and the best part is, this doesn't combine with your other primary element. So if you have a Heat element in your hammer, then you will proc Toxin and Heat separately. And just like Garuda, Toxic Lash will deal massive damage to enemies hit by the hammer, and the Toxin damage is just nasty that it can even melt the health of buff enemies like the Necromech that you face in Elite Deep Archimedia. Also, Mecha Set combo seems to be perfect with Saren because she got high armor values. In fact, I did settle for an armor build paired with the 75% damage reduction from Eclipse, and this build can tank Steel Path enemies easily, and you can enjoy this in hours of survival or any endless runs. To make it more reliable, I always have a shield gating setup from Augur mods in my secondary. Also, since I don't need to build on range so I can apply Toxin procs, I can further push the damage of this hammer combo with Saren by equipping these two near a mod set, which increases the slam damage of the hammer. The Sandpotes is not the only hammer that can do this combo, by the way. In fact, any hammer can do this as long as Saren or Garuda is involved, and you have the Melee Affliction Arcane in your hammer. This combo can be done even with the famous Archititron hammer, or even the old Jack Kid Egg. In addition, there are a variety of hammers in the game that you can choose from, and some of them has unique traits which you can use to have fun with this nuke hammer combo. The benefit, though, of using the Duviri hammer is can spread the toxin or slash hit to a wide area because of its unique trait, allowing you to kill more enemies compared to other hammers in the game. This is really a nice combo that you should try out right now. The Sandpotes is really unique as it allows you to spread the effect of Melee Affliction, creating massive hit stacks that will melt any enemies in seconds. The combo is just better now with the addition of Elementalist mod, the Galvanized Reflex, and the Mecha mod set from the Q-Brows, more specifically the Chesa Q-Brow for the additional farming. Like I have said, it's one of those combos that you will enjoy, and if you haven't tried it out yet, then this is the best time to have fun with it. But before doing so, we humbly ask for your support by simply liking this video and subscribing to our channel. This will help us grow and continue to make YouTube videos for you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we hope to see you again in our next video.
I think the murmur was this to you. have but 60 seconds of life support remaining.